we are talking obviously about Roma winning the Rome derby very convincingly, a lovely 3-0 win. And really the star of the show was Tammy Abraham. It's brilliant. He's having such a strong season at Roma. He's obviously just broken the record for the most goals in a debut season at Roma, beating the likes of Batistuta, Montella. And it's not even finished yet. He looks like he's only just hitting his top form as well. He's been absolutely fantastic. And I have to say, I think the motivation behind that is the man in the dugout. I think Mourinho's been fantastic for him. Abraham has developed a really strong relationship with him. He's talked quite openly about how when he goes to training, he feels like he's in the presence of a superstar because Mourinho is there still, even. He says quite candidly that he wasn't really sure about the move to Roma. It wasn't something that he'd ever thought about. But Mourinho called him and immediately he was like, yeah, I want to be a part of this project. So it's working slightly. If you look at Roma's recent form, it's the most Mourinho-style form you'll ever see. 1-0 late win, 1-0 late win, 1-0, 1-0, 1-0. And then this game, Mourinho was up for it. You could tell he just really wanted to win the Rome derby because I don't think it's understood what that means in Italy in particular for the Rome derby. It is huge. Not like any kind of derby I think we have in England, if I'm 100% honest. I don't think there's a derby in England that comes anywhere close to it. It is massive for the city. And particularly this season, I think, where neither team are in the title race. It's unlikely that either team will make the top 4 now, but they're very close in the league. This is your bragging rights. And Mourinho went all in on winning the Roma fans over with this. He slated Lazio in the build-up. He slated Sarri and the players. And then they started the game with such intensity that Lazio couldn't get settled. Abraham scored the fastest ever Rome derby goal in Serie A as well in this game. And it was fantastic to watch. I thought he set up perfectly. I really enjoyed this game.
So many landmarks for him as well, because, I mean, like you say, he's the best debut season for Roma since those, illustrious players in their history. So that itself is just an amazing achievement. But it's the first Englishman to reach 14 goals in Serie A for 60 years, which is insane. He's the second English player to net in a Rome derby after Paul Gascoigne. So there's a few kind of things he's standing out for. And you've got to kind of sit up and pay attention to him. I think he's also the second highest goal scorer in the top 5 leagues behind the one and only Lewandowski in the Bundesliga. So in terms of how prolific he is this year, he's definitely stepped up to another level.
You can't really ask any more from him. He's performed so well, and he definitely deserves a chance with England, 100%. He's a different kind of striker to Harry Kane, in my opinion. Harry Kane likes to drop deep, obviously link play, and if you want somebody kind of spearheading that attack, then there's nobody better, really.
Yeah, I mean, it's strange because Lukaku was the one that Chelsea signed because how good he did in Serie A, and they got rid of Abraham to make way for him. But it's just turned out so differently for both of them, hasn't it?
The thing that I really hope is that he holds on there for a little bit, because there is already talk of him being linked with a move to England again. Chelsea have an 80 million buyback in the summer, which you can't imagine they'll be able to exercise, or whether they will or not, with Lukaku still on their books. But there's massive talk that Man United and Arsenal have already made inquiries about him, and Roma have turned around today and said, okay, 100 million. And I love that. I've always loved Tammy Abraham, obviously from his time at Villa. I was gutted when we weren't more in the conversation to try and bring him back, to be honest. But now I see him at Roma, and I think he's got such a level there that if Roma can get back into the Champions League, if not this season, next season, which I think Mourinho will be pushing for, it'd be great to see what he can achieve at that level.
I mean, what is the Mourinho way now? From what you've seen, Miles, in Italy this season, what's his method? What's his mind games? Has it changed much? Has he adapted it? And how has Italy received him second time around?
He's loved in Italy. He's absolutely loved in Italy, and the Roma fans have really, really taken to him. And I think the way that he plays the press has kind of helped that, particularly with this derby. He said coming into the derby, someone asked him, are you nervous about the fact that you're playing on Thursday, and then Sunday you've got the Rome derby where Lazio will have a bigger rest? And he said, no, it's perfect preparation for my players to be playing tonight while Lazio's players are at home smoking with Sarri. So the Roma fans love stuff like that, of course. And along with that, I think it's very easy to buy into the character, but on the pitch, over the last sort of 7 or 8 games where Roma have looked a lot more solid, you can see Mourinho again. This game was a bit of an anomaly. They were really intense in this game and really attacking because I think that they knew they could take the game to Lazio early and kill it. And they just did. Lazio looked awful, I thought. They were so unresponsive. It was really, really poor.
Which is some statement, really, considering they're literally right next to each other in the table, chasing the same goals, really. So I think Roma have definitively proved where they're at in quality, which is, it's better late than never, but it's nice to see it coming to some kind of fruition.